popular, but at one time they were reserved for Good Friday. This version is made extra special with the addition of hazelnut flour and is also studded with dried cherries, creating mouth-watering yeast-risen buns that are just too enticing to eat only once a year. In a bowl that has 1 cup of warm milk, no hotter than 110 degrees by the way, add 2 packages of active dry yeast. And just turn it on and let the yeast get incorporated into the milk. You can also add half a cup of granulated sugar. This is what the yeast will feed on to start. 2 teaspoons of salt. And 1½ sticks of butter melted and cooled. Some cinnamon, 3/4 of a teaspoon. And 4 large eggs, just slightly beaten. And 4½ cups of all-purpose flour, add 1 cup of ground hazelnuts. Flour is traditionally just ground from whole hazelnuts, which are also known in some parts of the world as filberts. They're also very low in carbohydrates, and they're naturally gluten-free. They also make everything very delicious, too. So now add your flour in spoonfuls, and you continue mixing until you've incorporated all the flour. If the dough seems too sticky, you can add 2 more tablespoons of flour, and if it's a little dry, you can add a little bit more milk. So you can see it's starting to come away from the sides of the bowl. You want to add 1 cup of dried cherries. And the dried cherries should be coarsely chopped, maybe cut into 4 pieces each. There, I think that's done. And on your board, you can put a little bit of flour. I think it's a perfect dough, so beautiful. And you can butter a bowl like that and just form this into a nice, smooth, round, domed ball, pulling up the sides into the center. Now plop that right into your bowl, cover with a piece of plastic wrap, and let rise in a warm place until it's doubled in bulk. And that's going to take about 1 hour and 20 minutes, or you can actually refrigerate this overnight and form your rolls in the morning. So here's the dough, and we want to divide this dough into 24 equal pieces. Cut it into 4s to start, and each one of these has to be cut into 6. Now you can weigh each piece as you cut it, and then you roll each piece into a round. Place this on a buttered baking sheet, and I think 4 across and 6 down. There are more than a few stories that indicate hot cross buns were baked on Good Friday for superstitious reasons. One tale states that buns baked on this day and hung from the rafters of a home would ward off evil spirits in the coming year. Another talks of these buns protecting sailors from shipwreck while off at sea, and yet another version mentions the sharing of a bun with a loved one, which would guarantee friendship in the coming year. So you're looking very nice. Cover this with plastic wrap and allow to double in bulk about 40 to 60 minutes in a warm place. Now look how beautiful the hot cross buns look. They have certainly risen to almost fill the baking sheet. This is 1 egg with 1 teaspoon of water as the glaze. This will help the rolls get that nice shiny finish. So brush each one carefully. You can also use a spray bottle, which I've just learned, to spray a glaze on. It goes very fast. But look how pretty these look. And you'll want to cut a cross in the surface of each bun, which is traditional. Sharp knife, sharp cut. And then this right over. It's a little hard to cut without deflating these. Just do it slowly. So now get these into a 375-degree oven that's been preheated, of course, and bake until the buns are golden brown, 25 minutes. Set your timer. There are the buns. Aren't they beautiful? And it's now ready to decorate the tops. 1 tablespoon of milk and 1 cup of sifted confectioner's sugar. Mix this up well to make a milky, sugary glaze. And then this can be put right into a pastry bag fitted with a size 8 tip. So you can just take the lines across, as they do in the bakery, because I watched them in our nice Italian Catholic bakery in Nutley, and then across the other way. And there you have it.